Moving on now, Apple CEO Tim Cook says India will soon play a key role in manufacturing iPhones for the US market. Speaking during Apple's latest earnings call, Cook announced that a majority of iPhones sold in the United States will be made in India. He added that nearly all iPads, Macs, Apple Watches and AirPods sold in the US will be produced in Vietnam as Apple continues to shift parts of its supply chain away from China. The move comes as the company looks to ease the impact of US tariffs imposed under President Donald Trump. While some tech products have temporarily been spared, Cook warned that existing tariffs could add up to $900 million in costs this year. Despite the shift, most iPhones are still made in China, a trend that will continue for devices sold outside of the States. Apple's sales in China dropped 2.3% to $16 billion amid tough competition from local brands like Huawei, Xiaomi and Oppo. Around the world, Apple had a strong start to the year. From January to March, the company earned $24.78 billion in profit, up nearly 5% from the same period last year. Revenue also rose to $95.36 billion. The United States has confirmed meeting Syria's top diplomat and called on the country's interim authorities to take action on sectarianism as violence flares against the Druze minority. Syrian Foreign Minister Assad al-Shaibani last Friday raised his country's flag at the UN headquarters, marking a new chapter after the December overthrow of longtime ruler Bashar al-Assad. State Department spokeswoman Tammy Bruce confirmed that US representatives met the Syrian delegation in New York on Tuesday and that the US urged the Syrian authorities to choose policies that reinforce stability. Bruce also stated that any future normalization of relations or lifting of sanctions will depend on the interim authorities' actions and positive response to the specific confidence-building measures the US has communicated. Heading now to the Middle East, and tensions are deepening as the Israeli military confirmed its fighter jets struck targets near Syria's presidential palace in Damascus, the official residence of interim President al-Shara. The Israel Defense Force says the strike hit adjacent to the area of the palace but provided no further details. A pro-government Syrian outlet reports the blast occurred near the People's Palace, perched on a hilltop overlooking the capital. The airstrike comes just days after deadly clashes erupted between pro-Syrian regime forces and Druze fighters in villages south of Damascus, an area home to Syria's Druse minority. Dozens were reported killed or wounded in the unrest. Israel has repeatedly warned Damascus not to deploy troops near Druze-inhabited areas, vowing to protect the community from threats amid Syria's ongoing post-Assad chaos. That is all that we have time for, but we will continue to bring you more of the latest breaking news from across the world.